Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you how to crochet this mini mushroom. Okay, so all you're going to need is some cotton yarn in red and white, a little bit of stuffing, a 3mm hook, yarn needle and a pair of scissors. Okay, so here are my other two mushrooms. This is the first mushroom pattern I made and this is the bigger one. Okay, just so you can see it's quite a bit smaller than the other two. Okay, so we're going to start with the red yarn, make a slip knot, chain 2. You can also use the magic circle method as well. And then I'm going to make 6 single crochets in the first chain that I made. For the next row, we're going to make an increase in each stitch. So an increase is just 2 single crochets in the same stitch. So at the end of this row, you should have increased from 6 single crochets to 12. In the next row, we're going to make 1 single crochet in the first stitch and 1 increase in the second stitch. Okay, so we'll just repeat that all the way around. 1 single crochet in the first stitch and 1 increase in the second stitch. Okay, so once you finish that row, you should have increased from 12 to 18. For the next row, we're just going to make 1 single crochet in each stitch. Okay, so no increases in this row. Okay, so it should start to curl in on itself. Okay, for the next row we're going to make 2 single crochets, that's 1 in each stitch, and then an increase in the 3rd stitch. Okay, so just repeat that all the way around. 2 single crochets and an increase in the 3rd stitch. Okay, once you've increased to 24, in the next row we're just going to single crochet around. So just 1 single crochet in each stitch. Once you've finished your row of single crochet, cut your yarn tail long enough so you can stitch it all the way around. So that's how you attach it to the white piece. And then we're just going to add the white spots. Okay, so cut a piece of white yarn and thread it onto your needle. And then you just want to go through 1 stitch. And then down to the next one. Okay, you just want to make as many spots on your mushroom as you like. Okay, so it looks like these ones at the end. So once you've made enough spots, just take the 2 ends and knot them together. Next, take your white yarn, make a slip knot. Chain 2. And then make 6 single crochets in the first chain, just like you did with the red. In the next row, we're going to make 1 increase in each stitch. Okay, so at the end of this row you should have increased from 6 single crochets to 12. Okay, once you've increased to 12, for the next row we're going to single crochet around, but we're only going to go into the back loops. So there's your stitch. You just go into the center and pick up the back loop only. And single crochet. Okay. So there's your stitch. Pick up the back loop and single crochet. Okay. Okay, next we're going to make 2 rows of single crochet. So just normal, go through both loops of your stitch. Okay, so we're just going to single crochet around for 2 rows. Okay, for the next row, we're going to single crochet 4. And then we're going to make a decrease. So go through the front loop of the first stitch. And the front loop of the second stitch. Yarn over and pull through those 2 loops. Yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. Okay, so we're just going to do that again. Single crochet 4. and make a decrease. So the front loop of the first stitch, front loop of the second stitch, yarn over and pull through those two loops, yarn over and pull through the last two. So at the end of this row you should have decreased from 12 to 10. For the next row we're going to single crochet 3. And then a decrease in the next stitch. And then repeat that again, single crochet 3, and then a decrease in the last stitch. Okay, so you should have decreased from 10 to 8. Next we're just going to make 3 rows of single crochet. So just 1 single crochet in each stitch for 3 rows. Okay, so that's how it looks after I've done my 3 rows of single crochet. Next I'm just going to stuff it a little bit. Okay, once you've stuffed it, you don't have to stuff it a lot, just a little bit. We're going to make 1 single crochet and 1 increase in the next stitch. We're going to do that all the way around until we're back at the stitch marker. So it's one single crochet, one increase in the next stitch. Okay, so once you finish that row, you should have increased from 8 to 12. In the next row, we're going to make one single crochet, and one increase in the next stitch, just like we did for the last row. So one single crochet and one increase until you're back at your stitch marker. Okay, so at the end of that row, you should have increased from 12 to 18. For the next row, we're going to single crochet 2. So one in each stitch. And then an increase in the third stitch. Okay, and just repeat that all the way around. 2 single crochets and an increase in the third stitch. Okay, so you should have increased from 18 to 24. For the next row, we're just going to make one single crochet in each stitch. Okay, so that's how it should look. Okay, so fold the top down. So you only need to stuff this piece here. You don't need to put any stuffing in between the white piece and the red piece. Okay, so cut your yarn, pull it through. Okay, you want to skip over the next stitch and thread the yarn through both loops of the second stitch. And then the last stitch that you made, just go through the back loop. Next, you just want to place your red piece on top of the white. Okay, so I'm going to go through both loops of the red and then the closest white loop. Okay, so both loops of the red and the closest white loop. Okay, so you're leaving a loop back here. This is just the way I do it, but you can do it any way you like. And you do that for every stitch. So there should be 24 stitches on the red and the white. Okay, so here's how it looks at the end, all stitched up. So it's pretty small compared to the other two. So you can use it just like this, or you can attach a loop and a keychain. You could also make it into a bookmark, so you can make a chain from the top or the bottom of the mushroom and then just chain it as long as you need for your book. Okay, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.